of x is the square root of x, right? Now I take the square root of x and plug it into here. Okay, so whatever's in here has been squared, so that's gonna be the square root of x squared, which gives me x.
So the domain would be all real numbers?
Okay, but when you do the domain now, you have to be a little careful, because what did we put it into first? First it goes through the g, right? So we gotta find the domain of the first function. Okay, that's g of x equals 0 of x. What's its domain? That's 0 to infinity, right?
Because if it was anything below 0, it would
Yeah, it would not be real.
Okay.
Okay. And then we look at the result. And that function is x. So if I just look at x, what's its domain?
All real numbers.
Yeah, all the numbers. So now this is where we want the intersection of these two. So what values do they have in common? Domains. This is every possible real number, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one's restricted from 0 to infinity. So this is the intersection, right? All these are in here. And so that's my intersection. And that's the domain. So those are a little weird because remember the composite, what you're doing is you're tossing it into this one, which is the square root, and then that gets tossed into the other one, which is square or something.
Because it can't go lower than
So
0.
I can't put negative numbers in here, but I can put anything in here. So anything that comes out of here is going to be okay. Okay, but the problem is I can only put non-zero numbers in there. And so that's my restriction, okay? Because I know it's a composite. If I just had the original function f of x equals x, and I didn't say it was a composite, it was just that's my function, well then I wouldn't have all real numbers, right? But because we know it's a composite, you look at the first one and then the second, the result.
Okay, here you choose them.
So,
Do you know if a function is even, odd, or neither?
even, odd, or neither? Okay, so what do you know about even functions? They are what?
Climbing.
Even functions are symmetric to the y-axis. And to check it, you would say if f of x equals negative, equals f of negative x, then it's even.
Odd functions are x.
Odd functions are symmetric to the what? Okay, so it can't be the x-axis, which would be your first guess, right? Because if it's,
Origin.
yeah, because if it's symmetric to the x, then it's not a function. Because it's to be symmetric to the x-axis, it would look like that, and that's not a function. Okay, so it's symmetric to the origin. To check that, f of negative x would be equal to the negative of f of x. So if it's not even and it's not odd, then it's neither. Okay? But once you find out that it's even, you're done because it can't be odd at the same time. It's going to be odd, and it's going to be even, or it's going to be neither. So you can only be
So how
one.
do you know that in like an equation?
We just check that. So you're given f of x, and you just see what f of negative x is. Okay, if I wanna see if it's even, I would replace it with a negative x. Is that the same as what I started with?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's, even. So
So if they're even roots, like,
if they're even powers, so the polynomials,
yeah,
if they're all even powers, then
basically.
it's even. Okay, if
And
they're all odd. The trick is, if you have a constant, then it would be x times x to the 0. Okay, and 0 is an even number, so that would still be even. Okay, but, okay, so you gotta be careful with that, that's all.
And then this one says, determine whether the graph of the equation is symmetric with respect to the x. So would you just graph it?
You have to switch to the x.
With respect to the x, y, origin, or not? Page 280.
Okay. Which one?
Just any of them.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, which one? Number 13?
Like 13, 15, 1.
Okay, so y equals x, an x cubed plus 3? Or y squared? X cubed
X squared.
plus 3. So I gave you that handout, right?
Yeah.
So it's right on there, but y equals x squared plus 3. It's just asking you to submit the x-axis, y-axis of the origin. So these are a little more challenging because it could be all three. Okay, so once you get one, you can't stop, you're gonna take all three. So, is it symmetric to the, x-axis?
What's this problem called?
How do we do that? Well, to be symmetric to the x-axis, we replace what? Y with negative y. Okay, are these the same equation?
Yeah.
Y equals x squared plus 3, negative y equals x squared plus 3?
No.
No. Right, so they have to be completely the same, right? If I multiply these up by negative 1, see, this says y equals x squared plus 3, this one says y equals negative x squared minus 3. Those are not the same. Okay? So it's a little different than the other one because they're what we replaced. So it's not symmetric to the x-axis, it's symmetric to the y-axis. So to check this one, you replace x with negative x. So I'd have y equals the negative of x squared plus 3. If I multiply that together, I get x squared plus 3. Is that the same as the original? Here? Yeah, it is. So it's symmetric to the y-axis. Okay. So it's symmetric to the origin. Now you have to change both, right? The negative of y equals the negative of x squared plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
So negative y equals x squared plus 3. Is that the same as the original?
No.
No. So it's only symmetric to the y-axis. So that's what the kind of problems where, I don't have, this is going to be kind of a short answer because there's not really a lot of work to show.
You got this.
So you can almost, you can do it sometimes very quickly, so it's not going to be like a long partial credit available on this. Okay.
this test, and then next class, I've got another test,
Okay.
and they both determine whether I drop these classes or not. So,
What'd you write on first test?
not good grade. Quizzes I did good though. I still gotta get my skills test quiz back from you.
Okay.
I'll email you or something
Yeah.
if you don't have it.
Ready for that.
How do we know like what we have in this class?
I'll give you your test back on Thursday, and I'll have your average on there.
In the whole class? Like average of the whole class?
Yes. So we have one skills test and two quizzes, right?
Yeah. We
And
had two
the
skills
written
tests.
test.
skills tests.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had two skill tests.
Right. So I take the best of those, so
Okay.
only one of those counts.
Okay.
And so I'll put that on your test on Thursday. The plan is to grade them and have them back to you Thursday. So, but the big picture right now, because the skills test and stuff are a little bit weighted heavier now because we haven't done much, what you really want to look at is just your two test scores. And so, because they're the better predictor. Because at the end, you have more tests, and then the final is like two tests almost. So it really weights it. So the average of the two test scores is probably the best indicator you should stay on.
Great.
So if you failed the first test and they got like a B on this one, would you recommend that someone that drop it or stay?
Yeah, I don't know, that's a tough one. I'd probably say I don't know.
So if you fail your first test, you should drop the class.
If you fail both of the first two, then you probably should drop. So, because it doesn't necessarily get harder from here, but it's not going to be easier.
Is there not an easier math like people can take that like?
There is.
Yeah, 10 at 1.
So why don't
It
people
depends on
take
your
that?
major.
You just didn't take it.
Hmm?
You just didn't take it. You couldn't
It
take
depends on your major too. What's your major?
Yeah.
Undecided.
Undecided? Yeah, so you can, so
Business.
you could take it. So business, you have to take this one,
Yeah.
because you gotta take the brief calculus.
But I wouldn't have to take the first one. Or would I?
Well, I mean, I'm doing good in this class, but like two of my friends dropped out.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
They left you in here?
So,
Well, it's pretty good. I had 2 this morning, so you'll double it.
French class, I didn't make it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, study hard. See you tomorrow.
Would it be safe to assume, test questions, I believe they come from the homework?
Pretty well, yeah.
So if I just
I don't make it much
periodically
different from
did,
one.
went through and did a bunch of different problems, I should.
Yeah, if you can.
If I can get those correct, I should kind of hold my own.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough.
alright then.
With all the enthusiasm last week, I thought this place would be packed.
Well, I mean, a lot of people got classes right now too.
Yeah, we're not at noon, but I gotta be.
Last class.
Yeah, I don't even have a class today. So I just came here.